at them. Oh, they look so pretty. We never get tired of these, do we?
No, we never get tired of eating crabs. So Joyce, what'd you say you're going to make with this crab meat?
Florida blue crab corn chowder.
Sounds good.
So you're going to need 2 cups of crab meat, 3 cups of the crab stock, 1/4 stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 cup of chopped onion, 1 cup of cubed carrots like this size. The potatoes the same size. You're going to need 2 cups of potatoes. You're going to need 1 cup of celery, 2 tablespoons of fine chopped garlic, 3 cups of milk, 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup of half and half, 3/4 cups of flour, 1 can of corn, 1 can of cream corn, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay, a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon pepper, an 1/8 teaspoon of white pepper, and 2 teaspoons of parsley, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then as you go along you might need more than that in the soup, and 1 large bay leaf, and that's it.
So how do you make this soup, Joyce?
Well, the first step, you need 2 pots, a big one for the soup there, all the ingredients to go in, and then you need this one to cook your potatoes, your celery, and your carrots and your onions. So you put your crab stock in here, put in your onions, carrots, your potatoes, and your celery, your bay leaf, and your spices and salt. And just stir it a little bit, get it all mixed in there. What you're going to do here, you'll get this to come to a boil, put a lid on it, and you're going to cook it for about probably a good 10 minutes, and check your potatoes to see if they've gotten soft. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes once it starts to boil. Next, while you're waiting for your vegetables to come to a boil, you're going to get your regular soup pot that you're going to use. You're going to turn that on low. And then you're going to melt the butter with the oil. You'll add the garlic. This you do not want to burn, and you don't want the garlic to turn brown. So just keep an eye on this because butter will burn. You're going to just cook the garlic till it's a little on the soft side. It'll take probably about a good 3 to 5 minutes. It's that wonderful garlic smell again. It's not even cooking yet.
Just starting, right? And it smells good. Joyce has got a new stove. The other one, we were cooking, I think it was the same day we cooked the shad for 9 hours.
Yeah.
Out of the back of the stove, a big puff of smoke came out.
Plus sparks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little
So
scary.
I could have fixed it, put a new board in the back, and she had a couple other issues with the stove, and that's a couple $100. So we decided to get another. Much as she uses the stove, we got another stove. We still didn't trust it after we saw the smoke coming out.
No.
Something caused it.
Well, it shut itself down again. The oven.
Yeah, messages was coming on, so.
The oven got too hot or something. About 2 weeks later. Well, weirdest thing, it worked after that.
Yeah, it would work. We used it for a couple of days.
It was just the oven that was bad.
But we didn't trust it.
No, not when stuff comes out of the back of it. Okay, now we're melting. This should start be cooking. You'll start seeing it bubble. Boiling it.
Yeah.
Getting ready. There it goes. This actually stove gets hot real fast.
Yeah, this one gets a lot hotter, right?
Yeah, I almost had to
You gotta
learn to
get
cook
used to
again.
it.
Yeah, that one. You want to turn that down to like a. You just want to look like a, just a.
That didn't take long to come to a boil. Either.
No, it did not. That was fast. You just want this to like a rolling boil, and that'll take about 10 minutes.
What's that? A Frigidaire, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got one of them air fryers in it.
Yeah, it's got an air fryer in it. We like it for some things.
Didn't fry the fish good.
It's yeah. You used to real fried fish. It's a lot more healthier for you. But we don't eat a lot of fried fish.
No.
So if we eat fried fish, we'll probably fry it the old-fashioned way.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing better smelling than garlic oil. Okay, about another minute to go. It looks like it's getting on the salt side. Okay, the garlic is done, so you're going to remove that from the stove. See how nice, and there's just a roly boil in there. And I'm going to set the timer for those for about 8 minutes because we're cooked time in the garlic. So that's what it looks like. You see all nice and foamy. The next step is you're going to add your flour. Just slowly put the flour in here. And that's about 3/4 a cup of flour that's in here. And you're just going to stir that up in there. Just incorporate it on there so it's almost like a paste. You can see. Just get it all nice and mixed in there. And it's just like a paste. See? Just spread it out a little bit in the bottom of your pan. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to slowly add your 3 cups of milk in here. And just stir it in a little bit. Just get some of it in there, like this. And you're going to get a whisk. And just whisk it up in there. So it's all dissolved in here. I like to do this off the stove. That way it doesn't splatter and make a mess on your stove. And another way, because I see some lumps in there, I'll put it through a sieve. That way for sure all the lumps will be gone. You can see the lumps in there. And just smash that down in the sieve. This way you make sure that it gets the lumps out. And return it back to the same pot. Feel nice and smooth. You turn it back to the stove. Turn the heat up just a little bit more. Now you're going to add the rest of the milk. And you keep stirring until it comes to a nice, smooth, like a consistency almost like pudding. It takes a little while. And this is a slow process because you don't want to scorch the bottom of it. You just got to keep stirring. Okay, the vegetables are done. That's what they look like. I'm gonna turn that burner off. And this has gotten, in the meantime, this is starting to get nice and creamy. Looks like a vanilla pudding.
Oh, I bet it don't taste like it.
And now it tastes like a garlic pudding. Yeah, it tastes like a garlic pudding. That should be bubbling in a few minutes. It's getting thicker is what you want. And the little bumps in there you see are pieces of the garlic. Went through the sieve. That's getting nice and thick. So in the meantime, you want to take your canned corn and drain that liquid off. You're going to dump that in there. And this is bubbling. Take that off temporary. And you're going to take your cream corn and you're going to put that in there. Just stir that in. And you take that bay leaf out. Bring that back up to a boil. Okay, all this came to its boil. You want to put this pot back on the burner. Stir it up just a little bit with a whisk. As it gets that, start to get that film on the top, you just mix that in there. Now you're slowly going to add this to the soup, to the paste mixture.
Heavy, isn't it?
This pot's super heavy. I like it, but it's just way, way too heavy.
You got it?
Yeah. I'll just slowly stir that in there. That nice creamy texture. Just dump it all in there. Now you're just going to stir this in there. And turn the burner back on. It's about medium. Just keep an eye on it. Well, you want this to just slowly simmer. That looks absolutely wonderful, doesn't it?
Looks good.
Yeah.
It'll look better when you get that crab in there.
Yeah, that's the last step. What you're going to do here is take a little bit out to see if it's got enough salt in it. And that's pretty much has enough because the Old Bay and your crab stock has salt. So I don't think it needs any salt. It's actually perfect.
Well, you can always add salt, right?
Oh yeah. I've ruined many meals with salt. And I learned over the years not to just don't follow the recipes because you can ruin a cake even with salt. They tell you to put too much salt. Once that starts to simmer, which is almost getting ready to do, you slowly add the half and half. And to speed up this process, you can have your half and half and your milk all at room temperature, which makes it cook a little quicker. This makes a big pot of soup. It serves quite a few people. And we're almost done with it. We have one more step, two more steps, two quickies. How nice the vegetables look. The corn gives it the cream corn gives it a little extra flavor in there. You just got to keep stirring while you're waiting for it to come up to the simmer, and then you'll let it simmer for about 3 minutes. Then you can see it's a slow simmer. See all the little bubbles right there? There's bubbles. You give that about 3 minutes. I'd give that right now. And occasionally give it a stir, so keep it off the bottom. We have a minute left. So what you're going to do, you're going to take some scoops of soup out of here. About like that. Burn her down a little bit. Then you're going to take your sour cream and you're going to put that in here. And you'll slowly stir that in. Just fold it in. That also smells real good. Okay, that's all mixed in there. Take this and slowly pour it in here and just keep stirring. Stir that in. Turn a little more heat to the pot. And just stir that in like this. It's all mixed in. And basically, your chowder is done. I just got it. What do we have to do next?
Yeah, the crab meat.
All right. Next step.
This is like the depression chowder or something.
Hey, that's good. You could eat it just like that. If you wanted to make this without crab, you could actually put shrimp or anything in it. It would be real. Oh, there. You can't have that.
There's that big crab.
It's gone.
You ate the big back
It's
thing.
gone. Slowly pour your crab meat in. That meat's delicious.
That was some nice chunky meat in it.
Oh, it's huge.
Well, they were huge crabs.
Yeah.
That one big one, it's not the biggest we caught. He was 7.5 inches. And the rest of those ones I showed you were like 7 inches. And the other ones were about 6.5.
Just want to fold that in very carefully. You don't want those big, lovely lumps of crab meat to just go away. And you're done. The soup is done.
That's it, huh?
That's it. For chowder. There's the crab meat in there. See it all? It's hard to see it because it's the same color as the chowder, but it's there.
Well, there's plenty of crab meat in there.
Plenty of crab meat.
Well, that soup looked really good, or what's it called? Chowder?
I call it a soup too.
Yeah, I got everything. You eat with a spoon, a soup.
Blue crab corn chowder.
That's good. And you got your homemade onion rolls.
Right.
And they're good. That'll go good with it.
And this is the pot of soup. That's what it looks
And a
like.
nice pot of soup. That'll last us for a while.
Long while. Yeah.
So you want to give it a try?
It's a little on the hot side, but I will.
That's hot. You got
I'm
potatoes.
not going to do that potato. I know that potato's hot.
Yeah.
They stay hot for a long time. There's some nice crab.
Nice
meat in
piece
this.
of crab meat on there. Yep.
That's real good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Perfect with the salt. The
I've
cream
been looking-
corn gives it a little sweet taste. It's good. It's real good.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this
Mm.
while I was picking the crabs.
That's real good. There's the crab meat. Get that out there. That's real good.
Okay, like I said, I can't wait to try it.
You'll burn your mouth on the potatoes.
Probably. I eat sort of like a dog.
Yeah.
Well, if you enjoy our videos, we'd appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thanks a lot for watching.